Here is the silent enemy of my paycheck. I used to believe my paycheck was safe. Not growing fast, not impressive, but safe. Every month it arrived like clockwork. Same amount, same relief, same routine. I worked, I earned, I survived. And for a long time, I thought that was enough. But what I didn't realize was that something invisible was eating away at it. Quietly, patiently, ruthlessly. It didn't steal my money overnight. It didn't trigger alerts or warnings. It didn't ask for permission. It just waited. And by the time I noticed, the damage was already done. Wait, have you subscribed to this channel? Have you liked my Facebook page? Have you followed me on Instagram? If no, please do so. Let's continue. This is the story of the silent enemy of my paycheck and how most people never see it coming. My first steady paycheck felt like freedom. Not wealth, not success, but freedom. It meant I could pay my bills without borrowing. It meant I could plan my month instead of surviving week by week. It meant I could finally breathe. I wasn't rich, but I felt responsible, mature, on track. Every month followed the same rhythm. Salary comes in, bills go out, groceries, transport, small expenses. Whatever remained was called savings, and I felt proud of that word. Savings. It sounded like progress, like intelligence, like security. Friends would complain about money, and I'd quietly think, at least I'm managing. I wasn't reckless, I wasn't wasteful, I wasn't irresponsible. So how could anything be wrong? Please like this video. The first sign wasn't dramatic, it was subtle. I remember standing in a store, holding the same items I had bought many times before. Same brand, same quantity, same routine. But the price felt off. Not shocking, just uncomfortable. I shrugged it off. Things are more expensive these days, I thought. A few weeks later, the same thing happened with transportation, then utilities, then rent. Conversations started changing. Each increase felt small on its own, almost harmless. But something strange happened. Even though my paycheck stayed the same, my savings started shrinking, not disappearing, just thinning. And I couldn't explain why. I didn't reduce my effort. In fact, I worked harder. I showed up early, stayed late, delivered more value. Yet somehow, my financial position wasn't improving. It was stalling, then slowly slipping. That's when the silent enemy revealed its first weapon, time. It doesn't attack all at once. It spreads its damage across months and years. So you don't panic. You adapt. You cut corners. You delay plans. You tell yourself next month will be better, and the enemy smiles. Here was the lie we're all taught. We are taught a dangerous lie early in life. If you earn more, you'll be fine. So when money feels tight, the solution seems obvious. Work more, earn more, push harder. But here's the problem. If your paycheck grows slower than the cost of living, you are moving backward, even if your income increases. I didn't understand this then. I thought income was the game. It wasn't. Eventually, I gave the enemy a name, inflation. But calling it a name doesn't make it visible. Inflation doesn't knock on your door. It doesn't send messages. It doesn't announce itself. It works in silence. It reduces the value of your money without reducing the number on your payslip. So you feel rich on paper, but poor in reality. Here's what no one explained to me early enough. Inflation doesn't hurt everyone equally. It targets people who depend on fixed income. If your paycheck stays the same while prices rise, your purchasing power falls. You are earning the same, but living worse. And the worst part? It happens even when you do everything right. You save, you budget, you avoid debt, yet your money loses value simply by existing. Now the math no one shows you. Let's simplify it. Wait, have you subscribed to this channel? Have you liked my Facebook page? Have you followed me on Instagram? If no, please do so. Let's continue. Imagine you earn the same salary for 5 years. During those 5 years, food costs increase, transport costs increase, housing costs increase, healthcare costs increase. Your paycheck doesn't shrink. But what it can buy does. So in real terms, you're poorer. That's the trap. and it's perfectly designed to keep you calm while you fall behind. Here's the psychological damage. The silent enemy doesn't just attack money, it attacks confidence. You start questioning yourself. Why am I not progressing? Am I bad with money? Is everyone else doing better than me? You blame habits, you blame discipline, you blame lifestyle. Rarely do you blame the system quietly draining your income. So instead of changing strategy, you change expectations. And that's how dreams get postponed, permanently. But why promotions didn't save me was, I eventually earned more. A raise, a promotion, a better title. But something strange happened again. My lifestyle adjusted instantly, not because I was careless, but because inflation had already raised the baseline. What used to be extra became normal, and what should have felt like progress felt like maintenance. The silent enemy had already moved the finish line. Here was the biggest mistake I made. My biggest mistake wasn't low income. It was assuming my paycheck alone could protect me. I treated my salary as the solution instead of a tool. I didn't ask, is my money growing faster than prices? Is my savings beating inflation? Is my income diversified? I assumed stability was safety. It wasn't. Now let's look at savings that aren't really saving you. Here's a harsh truth. Saving money without growth is not saving. It's delaying loss. If your savings earn less than inflation, you're losing purchasing power every year, quietly. And I did that for years, feeling responsible, feeling smart, feeling safe, while the enemy worked overtime. Here is why hard work alone can't win this fight. Hard work is essential, but it's not enough. Because inflation doesn't care how hard you work. It only cares how your money works. If your income grows linearly while prices grow exponentially, effort alone cannot close the gap. That realization was painful because it meant the rules I trusted were incomplete. But here comes the shift that changed everything. The turning point wasn't a miracle investment, it was a mindset shift. I stopped asking, how do I earn more? And started asking, how do I protect and grow what I earn? Asking myself these questions that changed everything. Wait, have you subscribed to this channel? Have you liked my Facebook page? Have you followed me on Instagram? If no, please do so. Let's continue. I began to understand assets, cash flow, value preservation, long-term thinking, not chasing money, but defending it. Very then, I began to understand the difference between income and wealth. Income feeds you today, wealth protects you tomorrow, and inflation attacks tomorrow first. People who rely only on paychecks fight inflation with effort. People who build assets fight inflation with systems. That's the difference. The silent enemy isn't evil, it's indifferent. Inflation isn't malicious. It doesn't target you personally. It's a natural outcome of economic systems. But ignoring it doesn't make you immune. Understanding it doesn't make you rich, but it makes you prepared. And preparation is power. Please like this video. What I wish I knew earlier. I wish I knew that a stable income isn't financial security. Saving without growth is risky. Inflation punishes passivity. Money must move to survive. I wish someone had told me this story earlier, so I wouldn't have learned it the expensive way. The lesson hidden in silence are the most dangerous enemies which don't announce themselves. They whisper, they wait, they operate while you're busy surviving, and by the time you hear them, they've already taken years. If your paycheck feels smaller, but your effort hasn't changed, you're not imagining it. You're being quietly taxed by time. The truth is, the silent enemy of my paycheck wasn't inflation alone. It was ignorance. And once I understood the rules, the fear disappeared. Because enemies are only powerful when unseen. If you like this video, please comment your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel.